In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a chess piece in Autodesk Inventor. Like our other projects, we're going to click on New, and we're going to start with our standard millimeter template. Same process, 2D SketchUp. Click on my XY coordinate plane, and this time I am going to create a straight line. I'm going to start at the origin. I'm going to click to start, and I'm going to go straight up. I want my chess piece to be about 4 centimeters tall. So I'm going to type in 40 for 40 millimeters and hit enter. I'm going to come on a diagonal, and then I'm going to go back to my origin. I've just created a triangle, a right triangle. From here, I'm going to add some details using a variety of tools. The first tool I'm going to use is my arc tool. The arc tool that I selected, because there's a couple, is a 3-point arc. The 3-point arc tool essentially means I'm going to click 3 times. So I clicked my 2 points, and then I can move my mouse anywhere to create a variety of arcs. I don't want this to be too dramatic. That would look weird with my next step if it looked like this. So I'm just going to have it a nice gradual arc. From here, I'm going to draw in a rectangle, and I'm actually going to make 2 rectangles. One really little, and then from that rectangle, I'm going to scroll and zoom in on that. From that rectangle, I'm going to make one slightly bigger. It's going to be twice as big. There we go. And the next tool I'm going to use along this edge will be a tool hiding under the line tool. It's called the spline tool. Experiment with this one while you're working with your chess piece. We're going to be using the spline tool quite a lot for the creation of our dragster. And you'll see that it doesn't always make a consistent arc. It kind of free forms. So I'm going to create, whoops, and then I have to click on my green check mark to make it end. There we go. I'm going to create like a weird shape. That's going to look really neat when I go on to my final step. And then finally, I want a really gradual arc from here down to my point, but I'm going to have it arc in. That's going to be kind of a weird edge. We'll see how that turns out. I can't finish my sketch yet. I need to actually go in with my trim tool. It looks like a little pair of scissors, and I need to clean up my drawing. This part is easy. I'm just getting rid of that straight line. I made the straight line as something to follow, but now I don't want it. Where I need to get in close is on this rectangle shape. So here we go, and I want this to disappear. I want it to come in, and then I want it to go out. So I'm going to save it like that, and then I'm going to click on Finish Sketch. You'll see that I have this weird shaped triangle piece. And I'm ready to move on to my new tool, which is the Revolve tool. When I choose my Revolve tool, notice how my shape kind of fills in blue. That's what I want. Now over in my selection window, I have to choose a couple of really important things. First thing, if this isn't blue, I want to choose that as my profile. The profile. Next thing, I need to choose the axis. The axis is where my Revolve tool will spin around. Hopefully you can predict that the access point will be that straight vertical line that I created. So I'm going to click on that. And you'll see instantly I get this cool looking chess piece. Now mine got really short and squatty. I'm going to click on OK. Not totally loving my chess piece, but the really cool thing about Inventor is if I don't just love it, I can go in and I can edit it. Going in to edit my sketch, I'm actually going to take this point, and I'm going to try and slide it in. It's not letting me edit that. Let me try it again. Come over here, right click and edit my sketch. Let's slide. There we go. I wasn't choosing the right place. I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to try and bring this in. I got to grab my green points. I'm going to slide that in. Notice it makes a huge difference where I place that spot. Let's see, will it let me move this yet? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now, when I click on Finish Sketch, it's going to give me my new version. I like that much better. So this would be something that you could save to your H drive if that was something you like. I'm going to save mine, so I'm going to call this Pawn for Video because I'm making this in my tutorial video. Click on Save. Now the next thing, if you really want to challenge yourself, is you can sketch on here and make little notches out of here and turn your pawn into a rook. To do that, you will actually create a sketch on a surface. So I'm going to create a sketch right here, and I'm going to orbit just a little bit. And I'm going to grab my rectangle tool. Like that. Whoops. Click on Finish Sketch. It looks really simple at this point. That's what I want. And now I'm going to extrude that shape. I'm going to tell it, whoops. Try it again. There we go. Move this to the side. Grab my gold and push this down. There we go. Push it down 1 millimeter. That's perfect. Now, that part's not really a big deal. The cool part is this pattern tool. I'm going to choose a circular pattern. And let's see, I'm going to tell it that I want to repeat. I'm going to go straight on from the top here. I want to take this pattern, this feature, and I want to choose my rotation axis, which will be this circle, and you can see it's starting to drop in those green rectangle-ish shapes, and at this point it's placing 6 of them in there. If I increase this to maybe 10, it will add more. If I go to 20, it's probably going to add too many for what I want. Let's try 16. Ooh, I think that's going to look really cool. I'm going to click on OK. And now it doesn't look super awesome when I look at it from this angle, but when I orbit, I have this kind of gear-looking shape into my pawn, which isn't technically a rook, but it still looks pretty cool. I'm going to click on Save, and that's it for our chess piece tutorial.